The Watch, A Gendered History by Jack Nussbaum. The watch has become a crucial part of daily life for both men and women around the world. The watch has become so popular due to its versatility as both a tool and a fashion statement. Watches can be seen on celebrities, presidents, businessmen, and high school students alike. There is nothing inherently gendered about the watch, as it is purely a tool to tell time. However, watch designs have become gendered and being viewed as gender exclusive. Why is this? Many common stereotypes date back to the creation of the original watch. The first wristwatch was created in 1868 by the Swiss watchmaker Patek Philippe. He created the watch for Countess Clausewitz of Hungary, intended as a piece of jewelry. The watch was developed in the 17th century from spring-powered clocks. The wristwatch acted as a fashionable alternative to the pocket watch, which had previously been popular with men at the time. The first adopter of the wristwatch were actually women. Although the watch hadn't caught on yet, women could be seen sporting wristwatches and watch pennants as a form of jewelry. By the end of the 19th century, soldiers started strapping their pocket watches on their wrists for convenience. As the story goes, a German naval officer couldn't check the time from his pocket watch because both his hands were busy operating a machine gun. To remedy this, the officer strapped a pocket watch on his wrist and the wristwatch was born. It wasn't until the 1940s that watches began to enter the mainstream. The Second World War is what popularized the use of the wristwatch all around. Wristwatches were a super useful tool. They made it possible for pilots to use their watches while operating a plane. They also made it possible for soldiers on the ground to communicate and coordinate their attacks with each other. The usefulness of the watch caught on with soldiers, and a lot of them continued to wear their watches after they had left the military. With the rise in popularity of the military watch, female watches became popular as well, these watches being marketed as more of a fashion piece. This is the moment where there was a distinction being made on what watches are female and which are male. This started a trend that we are only recently trying to stop. And that trend is gendered and sexist watch advertising. From World War II on, watch advertising and design has been different between men and women. Women's watches have always been seen as a jewelry piece that is small and delicate, whereas for men, wristwatches traditionally have been bulky, use dark colors, and been made more for function. Advertisers capitalize on these trends and further create brands that associate with these gendered ideals. This has been a problem until recently. Companies have finally listened to their consumers and are creating gender-neutral timepieces. These watches have no gender-defining characteristics and are marketed with images of both men and women wearing them. Modern smartwatches are also gender-neutral in appearance. The watch has a long gendered history, however the future looks bright. More and more watch companies are attempting to make gender-neutral watch, which means we are headed in the right direction. Which makes you wonder, why were watches ever gendered